Okay, let's see if I can do a little intro for that class, but I'm going to step out and show you guys a few things. And they might have to do with repeated imagery because we're going to take our watercolor and 5x7 picture planes and see what we can do. Can you see that? That's a dog. That's a blue heeler. And he comes from this dog over here. Hi, Kyle. Is he going to wag? He's pretty tired. We got up at 4 this morning. I took a nap. He took a nap. Let me come out here to the studio. There's Pixel. He's a black dog lying in the sunshine. We're going to be doing two things. Collage-orama a la Romar Bearden. Maybe Vasily Kandinsky. I didn't tell you about him. We did the exquisite corpses. We're going to be working on composition. So I think you guys know proximity, repetition, continuation, and the grid are where it happens. And where is that book? Oh, there's one of them down in there. I've got two at home. I hope you guys have yours. And this is actually kind of fun. And with Sarah Fox's show, which you saw, I know Natalie saw the talk, which was fantastic. Look, it fits this way. Maybe it's a rocket ship. It says car. That was the title. I'd call it, because we're going to do some sweet rides. Wouldn't sweet ride be maybe a better title? And who puts a car on a portrait or a landscape on a, well, that's Tom Brady, is it? Is he going to play for Green Bay? So we're going to do collages in a series, and we're also going to visit an icon, which could be a pig, or a cat that might be crossed with Santa Claus, or a cat that might have a Fu Manchu, and we're going to do it over and over and over again until we get it right. I don't want you guys to get bored, and I'm going to get outside my comfort zone too, because I think our standard start is going to be the zodiac sign. I'm Taurus, but maybe I'll do the zodiac sign I'd be compatible or incompatible with, but I'm going to try Taurus. And it's going to be watercolor starts and then collage or other things. So what do I have here? Last week, as we went into We Can't Work at School, I did pick up some of the stuff that I had in the studio. I subscribed to Sports Illustrated, and there were a few other things, but you guys might have to be creative. You know, this is an old box that's in the garage studio. I've got things there that I'm sorting that may or may not be trash, and I do a lot of collage on top of watercolor, and the collage does not always have to be magazines. In fact, this magazine, I never want to cut it up. I want to hold it onto it forever, because there's a magical article in here that maybe I can scan and share with you guys. The magic of watercolor in California in the 30s and 40s, when they were going through some tough times, and we're going through some tough times. And optimism in their work was a big part of, and maybe with the sunny Pacific shores too, kept them going. So I hope this will keep you going. I love doing watercolor. I do not like googly eyes, so I'm reacting to one of my art heroes from STC, Carl Vestweber, who is, if you've been looking around and paying attention, a collage king. And maybe I can post some of his work. But I've also done some stuff over the top, and we'll talk about stenciling and shapes. Where's my handmade cut ones? I guess that'll be segment 2. Anyhow, guys, be expecting some directions on the Magnificent 7. So it'll be a 5x7 picture plane. And where you can see Mr. Leonard's only variation really is, I like Richard Scarry. Look that guy up. He did Pig Will and Pig Won't, but I would do Pig facing right. Man, that guy's kind of lost, but I think he's pig facing to the left. So they're facing each other, and these guys are looking away. So I do like to play with your eye that way. This was a stencil I sprayed in, and I meant to show you guys that right now. It's a Santa Claus fish, and he's smoking, so it turns into a stripe. But again, pig looking away. these guys, I guess we got 3 versus 1, so obviously this becomes the focal point. And what's this? Duct tape? It just might be collage, and it just might be time for another sip from the big Gary Greenberg mug. But hold your horses and get ready to go. In fact, I'm going to make one adjustment right now to, I don't know, one of these with the material I was using yesterday. And I don't know, I know I don't have a tripod. We've got some folks that are very clever and crafty and have all sorts of stuff at home. And we've got some other folks that may have to make do with what they have. I like to test drive this. I'm going to test drive it here on my spare paper. Okay, that's pretty good. What should I do? Where should this go? Ooh, I got it. I'm going to squeeze a couple of little dots for an eyeball. Bing, bing, and maybe a little zing on the shadow here. So what am I doing to the media? I'm mixing it. See those little crosses up there? I think they're those green parrots. So with black over green. I'm looking through my phone. Maybe I should just look straight ahead. And with watercolor, it might be like sgraffito in clay, and this might be why a lot of clay people like it. I'm not saying it's first thought, best thought, but you can't always erase or edit, so you've got to practice. And if I lose track of these 4 at a time, I cut them up, and then if I dislike them, I flip them, and sometimes I go over and over, and the white of the paper is the white of the paper. But we're going to have some fun and figure it out. And the fruits of our labor, well, we'll figure out how to show each other and show Mr. Leonard in the not so distant future. How's that?